Granillo.
Hi.
Jasmine.
Hi.
All right, welcome out to Louisville 2026 and another episode of Manufacture to Win Live. Hey, it's Cesar Mascoro Jr. with MH Sales Mastery. And yeah, we're out here in Louisville, man, taking in day 2. And we coming to you with another guest, Mr. Eric Granillo. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming out here. So, Eric, Eric and I started interacting together a couple months ago, and Eric actually attended our MH Sales Mastery Live in Dallas, right? But I met Eric about a month prior when I was speaking at MHIA's convention
in
right?
Arizona. Yes.
Yeah, in Arizona. So you're not in Phoenix. Where are you?
No,
at
we're
exactly?
about an hour and a half north of Phoenix.
Okay.
Prescott, Arizona.
By Prescott, Arizona. Gotcha. Well, so man, when it comes to, I know in Arizona, there aren't as many retailers as from what I hear, right? I mean, it's mainly a community type environment,
Yes, more communities
in the MH space. So how did you end up getting into it?
in the mobile home business.
Yeah.
Manufactured. Well,
The manufactured home business, sir.
Manufactured home business. We go so far back that we go to the mobile home business.
Okay.
So back about 43 years ago, my father got started in the mobile home business.
Oh, that back.
Free
Yeah,
HUD.
I gotcha.
So it's
All
Free
right.
HUD. So it's Granillo's Mobile Home Business is our construction company. And in 1999, our family started Best Buy Manufactured Homes. We changed the manufactured homes. We got a little fancier. And we started the dealership up in 99, and I took over about a year, going on a year now.
Okay.
Over the manufactured home business, but I still run the construction side also.
Gotcha. So you guys do full scale everything then, right? You go out, do land prep, the whole works.
The whole works from start to finish. We do the setup, the pre-sale with the customer, the meetup, the permitting, the whole construction, the sale of the home, everything.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, right? Because obviously we talk about all the time, and whether it's in our events, our classes, just online, about the need to be able to handle the buyer differently. What do you see a difference in the buyers out there in 2026 compared to 2000?
Wow, man, that's the buyers. Now they got a little more information, but they still need somebody to sell them on it, and they need somebody to show them the homes. That's where the dealership comes in handy, because like you said, there's not a lot of retail lots anymore. But when you have a retail lot, you can physically show the customer what they're seeing. But the customer, to answer your question, the customer is a lot more demanding now.
Yeah.
Because they have more information right online, but they don't really know what they're dealing with. The manufactured home is still, we all know it's still got the stigma.
Yep.
So you need a good salesman or saleswoman to show them what they're buying. They gotta see it, they gotta feel it, they gotta touch it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree when we have these state associations, right? Tom Dunn, the president out there in Arizona, does a great job. All these different folks that are here, MHI, they all talk about how, hey, people love it more and this and that. And it's true, right? But you're on the ground, you're in front of the people. And part of me wants to tell you, yeah, but it's not that easy as what you think it is, right? We still have a lot of work we have to do in trying to not so much convince, but help them understand or feel better about the decision, because they're open to it already. If they came to see you and they've never been in a manufactured home, they're obviously open to it, but they still need you to kind of get them over the edge, get them over the hump. What's that thing that you guys feel for yourself, Best Buy Manufactured Homes? What's your secret sauce? What is it you really try to focus in on to convince these buyers that they're making the right decision?
Yeah, one of the main things I do is I let the customers. True story, I've never lived or owned a stick-built house. I come from the mobile home.
Tell me about that. Yeah.
And from the manufactured home side, me and my wife have never owned a stick-built home. We've always had a manufactured home, and we've sold them. We believe in them, and you got to believe what you sell.
Right. I agree.
If you don't, I mean, if you're just a sales guy that's just selling manufactured home because you want to make a paycheck, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
You got to believe what you're selling. Anything in life, right? So we believe in what we sell, and we got to show them firsthand what we do. We show them our work. We show them the quality of our work, that we're going to take care of them after the fact, because I've seen some stick-built homes that are built way worse than manufactured homes. We all have, right?
Yes,
There's
sir.
some big builders out there that do a terrible job. So you got to show the customer what they're buying, what they're seeing, feel, touch, smell, everything that has to do with the manufactured home, and we could show them. And you got to be educated on what you're selling.
Yeah.
If you're not educated on what you're selling, you're never going to sell it either.
And I couldn't agree more with what you just said, but buy-in. You said you got to believe, right? So you have to be bought in on what you are offering. I come from the site built world, right? I spent 15 years in that before I got into this. But when I got into manufactured homes and knowing what I did about site built homes, and what you just said is very true, especially on the track home builders, right? Oh. They are cutting corners everywhere they can. Buyers don't see it. They don't think anything of it. But man, they're wherever they can take something out or remove something, I know they're doing it. But anyway, so knowing all of that and then seeing how these homes are built, I would put one of these homes up against just about any site built home on the market because of the mere fact that it has to be transported without falling apart, right? I use that example all the time. Yep. So we know structurally it's a great product. So why do you think there's some people that come into this industry that just can't buy into it? Because I've seen them. You can tell. I can always tell if I go to a sales center and that one guy or gal is kind of just like off in the corner. They're not, and they just like they can't do it.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
There's some people I know that say, yeah, but it's a manufactured home. But it's a manufactured home. And you're like, man, there's nothing you could tell them that's gonna sell them. It's fine. There's enough business to go away from that guy, right? But I think it's just that stigma that sticks to the manufactured home, where they still think back and they're thinking about the shag carpet from the 70s, and they're like, well, if I live in a mobile home, what are people going to think? And like you said, I would go toe to toe, and I'll put one of our custom manufactured homes compared to a custom built home any day of the week, and we'll show them, hey, apples to apples.
That's right.
It's right there. The foundation, everything is right there.
Exactly.
And it's a brand new home. We were just talking about this earlier. There's houses for sale in certain areas that are, $400,000, and they need $100,000 in remodel. Now you got $500,000, or you can get a brand new manufactured home for $350,000, $400,000, brand spanking new.
Yep.
Never lived in.
That's right.
And it's hard to convince some people that as our job in this industry as salespeople, we need to be those leaders that show them. We're in a revolution right now. We need to change it.
That's right. And it's a great opportunity, right? There's a great opportunity for this industry to truly just explode, and for everybody in the industry and beyond to really not just affect change in people and in housing, but even for themselves, right? They stand to benefit so much. If I just applied myself, like I said, if I buy in, I learn what I need to learn, and I truly believe in what I'm selling, I am going to help a lot of folks, but at the same time, I'm going to help myself a lot. Right, financially.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
And so, with that being said, that's why one of the things, the whole reason I left doing what you do, left retail to start this, is because one thing I gotta say, our industry is not sexy at all. Let's be real, right? I mean, can we agree? Yes, every audience, yes, right? It's just not, right? Come on, it's not. No. You look at these. We got trucks over in the background and all this. Boy, you don't go to many conventions where you see this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's not a lot. And so, with that being said, what we're trying to do is help people enjoy what we are as an industry, right? So you attended our MA Sales Mastery Live in Dallas. I want honest opinion. We did not talk about this. I didn't coach you. All right. I haven't paid him any money. What'd you think about the event?
So let's go back to the middle of the year. I started seeing your ads on Instagram. Actually, I think you came up as a friend just because we're all related in the mobile home business and in social media. So I became your friend followed you on Instagram, and then you started, your ads started coming out. So I started seeing that, and I signed up for it. And then you came to Arizona to speak, and I told my wife, I said, hey, I'm going to go see Cesar. So I decided to buy a ticket for myself. I didn't want to take my whole sales team because I was on the fence. Kind of
hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Home. He's on the fence about buying a manufactured
We all make
home.
mistakes.
I was on the fence. I'm like, I'm gonna go check this guy out, see what he's all about. He talks good on social media, but let's see him live in person. But we saw you live in Phoenix, and I said, it's gonna be a pretty good show. So I flew into Dallas, and we stayed at the Lorenzo Hilton, nice hotel, by the way, good venue. And yeah, I got treated like VIP. Well, I think I did buy the
Yeah,
VIP
you
ticket.
got a
so
VIP ticket.
I was hoping I'd be treated like VIP, but I didn't get treated like VIP. The staff is fantastic, and the information I got out of that was so good that I tried to go back to my dealership, and I couldn't replicate it. So I said, "Listen, you guys, I'm going to sign you guys up." So he's coming in February. We're all going to attend his class in February. So I'm taking my sales team out there in February. But I really enjoyed the class. It was fantastic. I think you did a good job. Your team is great. And I'll take my $1,000 now. No, but no. In all seriousness, he did a fantastic job.
What we're doing with it, right? Obviously, yes, we're going to share some information on training, how the team can be better, what you guys can do better as operators and whatnot. But really, my whole idea behind it is to bring other people from the industry that most of these sales consultants would never have a chance to see, like my old boss, JK, Joe Kesterson, right? I opened it up. What'd you think about JK?
I was telling my wife about Joe. The first thing I did, I said, I got to see if this guy's on social media. He's a little older. I think he said he's 70s, but man, that guy is sharp, unbelievably sharp. That guy, he's been through the whole mobile home business and the manufactured home business, and he's still progressing right now. At his age, what he's doing for this business is something else. But the ticket was worth just to see him speak. Just for that.
I agree. And so that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to bring people that are doing it at another level, people from the industry, manufacturers and things of that nature, right? That are going to be able to share with everybody present. Because one of the things that I have noticed about what we do, our industry, is we kind of stay in our own little silos.
Yeah.
And so our teams never see that there's more to it than what they see there in their office and the people they're dealing with. So then they think, well, that's who we deal with and that's who we are. And so they don't have a bigger vision. So I want to bring these power people in the industry in front of them so they can see, like, wow, like there's something behind what we do. So people like JK and everybody else that was there.
Yes. Some good speakers. The one who really blew me away was God, I can't remember his name, from the software company.
Oh yeah, Joe. His name, Joe Costello from QuickBit.
Joe Costello from QuickBit. Yes, Joe Costello. That guy his story started off slow and it blew me away.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, this guy, just tall and clanky, just a different character. But
he's a fun guy, man.
This is a super good story, super fun guy to be around, and the VIP dinner with the staff and some of those other people. It's good. And also just masterminding, like you said, being around other people like that. And we're not competitors. There's more business than we can handle.
That's right.
We can't handle all the business that's out there. Even the local manufactured home dealership down the street from us is not our competitor. We can't get all the business out there. So being all together in a room and just masterminding on top of that, on top of all the speakers, and on top of hearing you speak and what you bring to the table is well worth the tickets. It's great. It was a great show.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's the main thing, as we come to a close here, is what we want to do is bring everybody together, because like I said, everybody's so siloed, and we can learn stuff from people at other locations. And like you said, because you can't handle all the business as much as you want to, you can't. So why not learn from each other? Why not help each other grow and do more, be more? And that way everybody wins, right? And so that's the whole idea behind MH Sales Manager Live, and everything else that we've got is, one, bring everybody together, learn more, get better, have more buy-in, but at the same time, have a great time doing it. I like to have fun. Okay. I mean, there's no reason why it should be boring. I go to some things, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and so we're trying to not be that, for sure. So, but so you would recommend then for other people to attend this thing, right?
I would 100% recommend.
I love it.
If you don't have your ticket, you should get it quickly, because you're probably
gonna. That's right. No, hey, you know what? It has been, and Jasmine busted her butt over there to get them sold. So. But anyway, Eric, appreciate you being here, man. It's always great to see you. And for those of you out in the Arizona area, you can reach out to Best Buy Manufactured Homes, right? And get where can they reach you guys?
Instagram at Best Buy MH, at Best Buy MH.
There you go. There you go, folks. So go out, see them, follow them. They got some great stuff going on. Guys out there in the industry, you can learn from them as well. Let's all do this together, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.